Hello there, Eric here. Today I'm going to be introducing and showing off a tool that's new to me. It's about a year old in general, called Remo. A lot of teachers are going online for the first time, and a lot of new tools are being explored for online teaching and learning, especially around video conferencing and live streaming and things like that. And this is an interesting one because it does things slightly different because of its interface, and it might have some affordances for something like a language class or some active learning situation where students need to hop back and forth between discussions and activities and such. So, in this quick video, I hope to be quick, is introduce Remo. What is it? What it can do? And some of the kinks, bugs that I found so far. All right, so let's get into it. Remo, Remo.co is where you find it. You can get a 14-day trial to try it out. Almost full functionality in that trial and during that 2-week first trial period. After that, it gets really pricey. It's $50 if you're just one person doing your own events. This product's mainly made for online events, mostly sales networking. So it's got that kind of feel to it. You can jump around and from table to table to room and sort of pitch quick ideas back and forth. So it's kind of like an online conferencing tool, but it has some good potential for the classroom as well. If you want to have more presenters and more attendees, you can go up from there. But really, if you're an institution, higher education or high school, you're probably going to want a producer. So you have, excuse me, some of that extra security and control. I don't believe they put much thought into COPA or HIPAA compliance or anything like that so far. It's fairly new and it's a little bit rough around the edges so far. So, for you to try out, not too expensive for one single teacher, but perhaps prohibitively expensive for schools. Right, so what is it? So basically you make an event with this, and I've created one. I'll just go back here. Created one event for the Together Learning, which is the online e-learning sandbox and community that we are testing out all these things for. And I'll go to edit the event just to see how I set it up. So what you do when you make these events, you set a time, when it starts and ends, a tagline, and you can give a description. You can invite speakers by either email, and that gives them special abilities to have almost like hosting and moderator access, so they can see questions that are asked and they can present the entire event. You can also put up on the stage a YouTube video and a sort of like a whiteboard where you can just put in like something about me or about the conference and then have something on it. And this basically gets put up at the back of the classroom. All right, so what's cool here is if you have sponsors for an event, you can add those there. That's only for premium users. You can promote it and sharing it via link. You can onboard. When people get a link, you can kind of customize the first screen they see coming into your event. You can also broadcast these events on YouTube, which can be a very helpful tool as well. And another interesting thing is after the event has ended, if you had presented or you hit record during either sessions where you were talking in groups or presenting for the entire conference, those get saved for you in video files, which you can use later. And you can export the attendee list, who attended. I haven't yet seen an attendee list, so I'm not sure exactly what data is given to you after the fact about the attendees, how long they stayed perhaps, or what they did. I don't know if there's any activity logs that they would put out for you. Right, so I'm going to save those changes and hop in. Um, I'll hop in from the landing page just to see how that looks. All right, so you share a link. This is how it goes. Register, join the event now. It shows the picture that I had. You can invite more, share. Right, let's just hop in. Right, so here's the YouTube video and the quick whiteboard that I had up earlier. And you can see first through 15th table, and we have some top, left, right, bottom tables as well here. And you could just, I'm on my PC, so all I have to do is click on these chairs and I move around from, table to table. So now I'm technically on this table here. New attendees that show up, their avatar icon would show up at this table here, and I would see their video displayed on the stage. So up to 3 others, you would see mini boxes here of people talking on the stage because they're at your table. And you could just double click on another table and then those videos would go away, and if there were other people sitting here, those videos would be put up in this area on the stage here. Now, if you're a presenter or a host, you can mute everybody and then give a presentation yourself, where you can start a presentation. You can warn people 30 seconds ahead of time or do it right away, which then you get put on stage, your camera gets put up on stage, and everyone can hear you, right? I don't have anything else. You can also share your screen, perhaps if you want to do a presentation, if you have some slides on your PC as well. That's basic functionality for a lot of video conferencing, right? They also have a whiteboard. You can make announcements, and you can put a timer up on the stage. I think it's mostly for networking events like startup speed dating that you hear. Your startups looking for investors. You get 3 minutes per table, and you just kind of go around. This could be very good for conversational or jigsaw type learning activities online. That's the basic functionality of it. I would like to talk a little bit about my experience using it. On the PC, it seems very promising, honestly. It has just enough functionality to make it worthwhile to spend some time doing some activities using this product. There's a couple of big caveats. The biggest one is, after testing this on smart devices, smartphones, iPhones, Android devices, this user interface becomes really hard to use, if you can imagine, on a device. So you're going to be pinching in, squeezing, and zooming in and out. And on the iPhone in particular, there were quite a bit of errors because I think because this is on the open web, this is on the web, Apple was giving some errors and pain points for the way that this was using, especially with privacy settings with the cameras and whatnot. And I don't remember the specific errors, but it was almost unusable on an iPhone when I tested this earlier. It was a little bit better on an Android. I didn't get so many errors, but still, simply moving around this environment was pretty bad on a small screen. So if your students are going to be joining these events on their mobile devices, I don't quite recommend this yet. If you're all on PCs and you want something web-based, this might be something to check out. I still have yet to try some of the advanced functionality, like streaming to YouTube and trying this out with a large number of people. So far, it's just been a couple of people around the office that I've tried this out with. I'm going to try this again in the next week, so I might be updating you further about the use of this product. But for now, that's Remo. the online video conferencing event platform. That's Eric. I'll sign off for now. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.